I feel that the exit of Greece, in order to be able to address the capital markets, will take place even earlier than the summer of 2018, which is essentially the time earlier than the end of the austerity agreement. And the messages, as far as the capital markets are concerned, are positive, and as well as the financial indicators have improved tremendously, I would say. Greece has committed itself to the application or the implementation of specific measures and reforms even after the summer of 2018, hence the end of the austerity package. And this is going to be a continuous battle as far as the economy is concerned. Now, as far as the way that the Greek economy is heading, as the Greek Prime Minister has indicated during the last few weeks, it will have to insist on a policy that will play a prime role as far as investments are concerned, and generally enhancing entrepreneurship, because these prime ministerial hopes are all very well, but they need to be turned into actions, and we're awaiting these actions as soon as possible. There are a number of priorities that need to be implemented as soon as possible. We've pointed out, first of all, the business tax levels. They're extremely high. If one looks at the list of the OECD countries, Greece happens to be at the moment in one of the lowest positions as far as competitiveness is concerned, as a result of the high levels of taxation, as well as the reduction of the national contribution payments. These national insurance contributions are extremely high. They're the highest at the moment within the European Union, not just the Eurozone, but the European Union. And of course, other parameters that concern production. There are business sectors that have to pay all the way up to 40% of their total production costs in terms of energy, and therefore energy taxation, fuel taxation needs to be reduced dramatically so that these businesses can become more competitive than they are today. The Athens Chamber of Commerce and Industry has really endeavored towards the startup institution here in Greece. We've been running an incubator over the last 2.5 years approximately. We started off with approximately 450 applicants, and we managed to shortlist these interviews down to 50 businesses that were run by the incubator, out of which we can say that 7 have already been sold off to both local business concerns, but also businesses abroad, one of which is a multinational. We have succeeded in securing financing for at least 15 of the remaining companies, and we're very hopeful for the remainder. And I have to say that during the last ACCI Business Awards, for the first time in 18 years that this business award scheme is being run, we awarded one of these companies that is in the field of nanotechnology. We have an excellent relationship and cooperation at European level with all the major chambers of commerce and industry within the European Union, and we have participated in a number of exhibitions that concern startups through the international chamber network. Business Angels in Greece is an institution that is not widely known, something that started up in other developed countries 10 or 15 years ago, came across here in Greece recently. We have attempted to make the idea of Business Angels much wider known here in Greece, and I think that we're succeeding because we're looking at people that are affluent, businessmen that have the ability, the financial ability, but also the time to entangle themselves with other businesses apart from their main core business. And I feel that we have, for the time that we have been running this idea, quite substantial results. And I hope that by the end of the year, we will be able to have another action which we are planning to call the Business Angel Awards, so that we will be cooperating with other organizations, primarily banks, that are also concerned with this particular idea, so that we can unite our abilities and promote this indirect method of financing for startup businesses. The message towards potential investors, both within Greece, but more importantly from outside, is that this is a nation that is stable. We're part of the European Union, part of the Eurozone. Any questions that had arisen over the last 2 years of whether we would leave the Eurozone or not have all been cleared. The completion of the second review, albeit with a certain time delay, has been concluded, and therefore we can see that both the banking system is on a different footing than it was a year ago. There are concerns locating mostly on tax issues and simplification processes, which I think that the government has now taken underway and will be simplified and reformed in the coming months. So the geostrategic position of Greece, the fact that we are surrounded by stability, the fact that we have a European identity, and we're very business friendly, provided that certain policies are reversed. I think that if one looks at the climatic conditions as well, this is a perfect place for someone to both work and live in. Well, Greece has opened up its strategies over the last few years, and cooperations with other southeastern Mediterranean countries. And we have created an investment axis, a pillar of investment, especially in the energy field, with Cyprus, with Israel, and with Egypt. And as far as the Balkans are concerned, which is a major, Greece is a major investor, but we are also enhancing our trade relations with other countries within the European Union. And of course, a major investor in Greece is China, with the port acquisition that took place in 2009. And what we have discovered all these years is that you need to have some patience, but also to be able to perform all the necessary structural reforms, so that at the end of the day you provide the right climate for the foreign investor to come and relocate in this country. My personal view is that in order to have a true European Union, it's not enough just to be able to discuss the currency union which we have at the moment. We need a European Union with essentially a federation of nations with a common constitution, common laws, common policies that address not just the interior, i.e. the European Union, but also external relations of the European Union. I know that such an evolution is very difficult, politically, I would say. We have seen attempts taking place up until today, but unfortunately they haven't paid off to the extent that we would all like. And I'm referring primarily to the failure which we had as far as the discussions that took place on a European constitution. And I do hope that if all European nations that hope that the European Union must remain a union will be able to take this big step forward that we require in order to have a true European Union in its essence and not just in words.